That they always join us inside studio, and not only say that they join us inside studio, they always come to give us weekly report or monthly report of what they happen for all the waka waka wey be say that they waka, and all the way from Budeshi, right?
Yes.
Okay, Budeshi. So before they begin, they tell us what they go tell us who they be before we begin. They ask the question of where did they come from or waiting day. Because I know say some people go don't forget who them be. So make we talk who them be before we begin the talk. But say go start for okay, now I go start for who na be. Okay, who you be, Seth? Yes, I want to know who you be.
Okay, my name na Offia Sam.
So if I intimidate you like that, that's what you answer.
You don't feel intimidate.
Yeah, now go ahead, nothing do you.
No wahala.
Yeah.
My fellow Nigerians, good morning. My name na Offia Samuel Onochie. I work with office where they call PPDC, Public and Private Development Center. Now NGO will be a non-profit making organization.
Okay.
So our work we say with the increased citizen participation in governance. Waiting that one come in. We encourage you now, make you follow us, they ask questions, they engage with our government on what them they do on our behalf. Because they cannot do it alone if we no join body together, ask them questions on that. Then they also do that by requesting for information from those government people. Now waiting PPDC they do. Once we get that information, we go use them engage everybody.
Okay, now I don't know whether our guy will they give us sign language, whether I get any other thing to talk.
I get to. I say my colleague won't take the whole time, so that's why they give.
No, because one for your hand.
Okay.
One for your hand.
My name is Tolutope Agunloye. I work with organization where they call BudgIT, and BudgIT na organization where they talk matter on top budget issues. Where would they analyze, they make sure say people they know what government won't do. Because everything we government go do, it has the inside budget. If you don't the budget, it means say that's if it no happen. And so what we want to talk about today is FOI, and we did in partnership with PPDC, the coalition way that they call FOI ranking coalition.
Okay, before you begin the talk, waiting there for the FOI, so just give us small explanation of that FOI Act so that people go begin know where they come from.
FOI now a tool where government do. Now law where National Assembly do together. President Jonathan pass out. Say make we they use and they ask questions on waiting concern ourselves and our well-being. Waiting government they do for us. How do they take use our money, do some projects everywhere. So it's Freedom of Information Act 2011. So every year we use that information, the law to request for information from MDAs. MDAs are Ministry, Department and agencies. After which we collect their data, analyze and rank them on their level of disclosure.
This issue of freedom of information, it shows that freedom of information still they work, because a lot of people say they even fear to even talk within they happen for their area.
It they work well.
It still they work.
It they work. Because most people, if you see that kind of law for any law within Nigeria, the thing where people they always talk about say this thing if it happen, but would they tell people say you need to test that law. If you test and then you go know so this things they work. So FOI, and they talk say that one of the best things where good luck Jonathan administration give the people, because he empowers citizens to ask questions, any kind of question.
Ask?
Yes, ask questions about money, how they spend money, what the government don't generate. If you don't even know anything about NNPC, you go ask, because all the ministries, departments, and agencies under the federal government, they binded by that law. And even states they want to domesticate that FOI Act so that people for local grassroots level, local government, they ask their own government to same question about how do they spend money, but not be only money matter. If you even ask questions, say how many people when they work for Ministry A, they go give you, because now details will be say citizens.
So if you say with all on going out and all the areas where I don't go, a lot of people they really ask this question and they get the answer where they need. Because the way they talk and I even miss the surprise is sure.
People they ask questions and then they respond to them. Like in talk before, grassroots people, because people see we get people they call CBMs, community-based monitors. So in their different states across the country, they use this FOI to request for information for the still ministry and department and agency where they their own states to dey follow up the projects where their own state governors they do for wherever they dey. So they work.
Okay, now before I begin to ask other further question, I know say una go get some other contacts where we say at least anybody wey dey for their area, because you know say rumors sabi go round. A lot of people go just dey talk wetin they no know. So I sure say una will get some kind contacts or maybe email address or maybe social media handle where we say at least if people want ask or people want make una come help them come ask this question. So I don't know whether una get any contact like that where they feel reach una.
And if you send us email for our official email address, ppdc@procurementmonitor.org. ppdc@procurementmonitor.org. Or if you call our office
call
line,
them again.
ppdc@procurementmonitor.org.
Okay, may they come monitor their area.
If you send us email on wetin dey happen for your area, even if I no see am, every other person wey the office go see, and our official email be that. If you call our office line as well on 070-666-18896. I go repeat am again. 070-666-18896. That one our official phone line. So it's either you send an email to us or you call this line. We will respond to you.
Okay, so now with all the previous work una don dey do and the previous monitoring una don dey do, so how it don dey help for this corruption level now wey we say people are crying out? It don dey reduce? Abi people still dey skeptical? Abi people still dey fear? So how una don dey help? How the thing don dey help for this corruption level?
We don't feel comot corruption Gamadaya for our country, but we go try reduce the effects of corruption on our people.
So, but has it reduced?
It has reduced drastically, but
that's based on the one una dey monitor.
Of course, from our findings, it has reduced because anything we see for anywhere we go monitor projects, we usually report back to the implementing agency.
Okay.
Let's say, for example, we get one primary health care where they were supposed to do for, let's say, in Soka, in Enugu, and we can't look at the budget and their procurement record. Because he said they don't award them to a particular contractor, we go do the project. As we send our CBM people to go there and check, and the thing no day, we usually write back to primary healthcare development agency to tell them, say, the work where we talk say it happened from Suka, we don't see a more waiting happen. So it's upon their clarification, if we are satisfied, we'll leave it at that stage. But if we are not, we even report them to ICPC or any other agency to help us look into the matter. Because those contracts are awarded with taxpayers' money and they're supposed to be for the benefit of those community people. But if they don't see them, someone needs to explain to us what happened to that contract. If they don't locate us another place, we also need to know because citizens guys will be engaged so they go participate effectively.
So the citizens too must know, even though so now they try get information.
Yes,
not only una get that information, the citizens too.
Citizens suppose know because I talk say if anything go happen for any community, it gats dey inside budget. So citizens must know wetin dey budget. Budget na like spending plan, right? And so if government get spending plan, you as a citizen suppose make sure say that budget, so you wan see if your community dey inside that budget. So if they go do road, if they go do primary health care, if they go build hospital or they go build school, you guys go look for your community for that budget. Once you see am, na your responsibility too.
But this way they talk now to go educate the community on how to find out all these things.
Yes, we dey do that one every time wey we dey go grassroots to go dey do town hall meetings.
Okay.
Say na wetin government get for you be this o.
Okay.
How we go take fit ask government question. Na there we go come write FOI request, go meet government. And that FOI request na say we don know say you get something for us this year. When you go come do am, give us the time so that we go fit and that dey wait for the contractor wey go come do the work based on the bill of quantity, all the things wey be say dey the bill of quantity. If na say you go use 9-inch block, 15mm tie rod, all those things, we go make sure say na all those things him go bring come site to ensure say him do that project well.
In addition to the town hall meeting where we dey do, we also have a platform where they call Budeshi.ng. So that place, if you enter that website, you can see the list of contracts where they don't do across the 33 states. 36 states in Nigeria.
Somebody like me now, if you go the
Just
website.
Go to Budeshi.ng, you go see all the contracts where they don't award for since 2016, for example, till date.
I bet the spelling of that Budeshi.
Budeshi, they open it DESISHI, Budeshi.ng. So if you go there, if you select your states, let's say Kaduna for example, you go choose Kaduna, you go check the MDA where we want to check their projects, you go click on the MDA, you go see the projects where they don't award for the past 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, check whether anyone affects your area. Then you go see the list of contractors, how much it was awarded, the location and the status. Now from there also you go go inform your own people, even if PPDC no dey there, you will be community-based monitor where we don't train. Go carry that message.
Get people where they train.
Yes.
Then to
Maybe say
monitor.
if you know they there, then go on this Budeshi
Okay.
to see whether information where they there and waiting they go pass across to their people.
Okay.
If there is something there, they can take it down to their own grassroots, explain to them waiting they happen. See this project they on board though, and we never see them. So them go rally together to go check whether that project they and whether it they effective, I've been awaiting they want or not. Then they go give us feedback.
They do plenty work, sha.
No be small.
They tell you. Okay, before we talk about the ranking process, whether people supposed to participate for this ranking, and what will be the benefit of this ranking, make it help us, give us the contact and the email address. Why would they talk about the contact and email address? So that for your own community, I know say you get some challenges that they face. They talk say that they also train people, that they also tell una how una will take the monitor. So that them know they there, at least you they there to reach out to them. So you can go call the email address and the phone number where una will take reach them if una get to our own community already. Thank you.
The phone number where you go take reach us now 070-666-18896. Again 070-666-18896. That one our official line. Or if you send us email for our official email address will be ppdc@procurementmonitor.org. ppdc@procurementmonitor.org.
Okay, I don't say get people don't they send me message from Wazobia FM here concerning say they know about the contract, they know the time they award the contract, but they just come do like say they just pack sand. The next thing they abandon them. So you go call the phone number again and call the email address so that you self go begin to reach them. And for say make I pick phone number, but I no one pick before some people go begin to talk another thing where they their mind. That's why I no one pick phone number. So God help me now. You go call the phone number. So if you still hold your biro or you hold a pencil or you there for ground where sand the day, write them for ground. But make sure say water no day, rain no dey fall, make it no pack and come out or breeze blow the thing will write for ground. So you go call them again so that you go fit pick the number and the email address so that you go fit reach them for the work where they do. Thank you very much again.
Thank you. So our official phone number now 070-666-18896. Again 070-666-18896. That one our official phone number. For our email ppdc@procurementmonitor.org. ppdc@procurementmonitor.org.
That P for pencil, PPDC. That's D for door. Don't even know what I hear the door. PPDC. Now be the two way there for the all these Ogbanjo people we just there. I bet Budeshi now go help us
We go
cleanse
check
this guy.
everything there.
No, you get community problem. You get community problem. Okay, now we'll talk about the ranking because I don't really understand this ranking one that they talk about. What do I mean by ranking? Whether people supposed to participate, or be they not supposed to participate, or be they supposed no.
So the ranking what would they do? Now every year would they do am.
Oh,
And the people what would they rank? Now the ministries, departments and agencies for federal government.
Oh, not the community.
Not the
Okay.
community. Now the MDAs, what they call ministry, departments and agencies. Now every year we they rank close to 300 MDAs. Where they Abuja and the ones who even they outside Abuja, but we be federal government agencies, and we they rank them based on level of disclosure. Now that one means say how did they take respond to FOI request?
Okay.
Even before you even send letter self, how did they take put that information on their website? Say before I even write, I feel go their website, go check that information if it did there.
Okay.
Right? So we they rank them based on say should they get FOI desk officer. Because one of the things we be say the act, FOI act talk, is say make they get FOI desk officer. Where go they receive all the FOI letters. They treat them, they respond to citizens. So you get so many levels of ranking. What would they do? Say level of disclosure, time of response. All those things we get metrics for that. Maybe my colleagues will even put more light on top of it. I just talk now.
So wait, before you talk, that ranking where they talk about is not just to make them sit up. I mean, not just normal thing.
Make them sit up first, because we won't see how MDAs they respond to that law where government don't put for ground. And say if this law dey, how well these MDAs know about it, because we don't see some situations say some MDAs don't even understand what they call FOIA Act.
Yeah.
And PPDC, they go all these ministries, they do trainings for government officials on how to make sure say they understand the law, because consequences dey. If you don't respond to this letter where I send, it means say I fit sue you go court, and if I win that case for court, I will collect 500,000 naira as compensation, and you go still even respond to that letter where I asked for.
So the better say when they respond and pay the money.
Even for example now, I did check defense ministry budget. You get one place where they put as one line item, project line item. They say FOI Act, and better money now they put there, maybe like close to 40 million naira. I say okay, because they be military people. If they don't give you response, maybe they're willing to pay 500,000. Because how you go allocate 40 million naira on top FOI Act? That's what the project line item day. And so people suppose they test that law. If government don't give you that response, you get power to carry them go court in order for you to get that money when we talk as compensation, and you will get response to that question when you ask for that your letter.
You get one question for us, but make I just leave them. Because that question, you get as it be me, based on the training them, and some of them no. But just like say I no hear that part. But just leave it like that. Okay, my brother, they thought that you know the mathematics of the ranking. I've been waiting the color.
In Sabian too, but in addition to what he said, so the Act, now Freedom of Information Act 2011. So we are a democratic country, and our leaders, especially this present government, they promise us say they go fight corruption come out for our country. And one of the ways to do that is to be transparent in government dealings. So FOI and the tools where do help them and us, we be citizens, to make sure say government attain to that height of fighting corruption effectively in Nigeria. So that act for section 1 can give everybody the power make we request for information. Whether you go school or no go school, whether you be young or old, whether it's sabi right or you know sabi right, you can ask for information. It's your right. It's like a fundamental right. Then MDAs, they have the responsibility of responding to your request.
Responding for like how long?
Now 7 days, the act tell them say they take response to that information. But if the requested information is too bulky, say you plenty so much, where they say they no fee give you in 7 days. There is also a provision in the law for the MDA to request for another 7 days, like extension of time, to provide you with that information. So if they no give you, that's where you go down the approach or the reason judicial review, like you mentioned, taking them to courts and having court decide on what should be done. But for the one way we they do for increasing citizen participation, now this ranking what we they do, and the other ranking as well is just to text the effects of the act. So if we send you those requests, make you respond. Anything where you give us, now waiting we go take judge you on every 28th September of every year.
You say send it to the community. That's one now the community too go follow participate for the ranking.
They will not, this one where we talk now, the one we they do for national level. But we will not also extend them to subnational. So this year we are including 3 states, Akwa Ibom, Adamawa and the Ekiti states. So because we know get too many people, we go help us go across the city because it's capital intensive as well. So we are taking it as one step at a time. Last year it was just Akwa Ibom. So this year we added additional 2 states. So maybe by next year we will increase them to 7 or 10 states. So it depends on the availability of funds because now money they take scratch the body. So if we request for those information, anything where you give us, now you go take rank you because the ranking get methodology where we come out from the same act. So we are looking at your level of disclosure and your timeliness. If you ask for 3 objects and you provided 3, you have your score for giving us 3. If you give us a complete 5, you go get your complete 5 score for your level of disclosure. We also get one what they call proactive disclosure. That one be say you are supposed to upload those informations on your website. even before we even ask you for those
Okay,
information. So
okay.
that one gets its own score differently. So, and there are kind of information that you're supposed to be giving out to the public. All those ones are outlined in Section 2 of that Act.
Okay.
So if you look at the section, that's the biggest section in Freedom of Information Act. So it highlights in detail the nature of information that government officials should be proactively disclosing on their website. So these are the methodologies we are using for the ranking. And again, the timeliness, the time when we take provide those information. So by the time we calculate those things together, we will now know who come first and who they second, third, and the
Who gets 0 over 100?
people wey they even shake body at all. So now those people now we go now begin to consider whether we go carry them, go do judicial review like my brother talk, collect those 500,000 from them, take encourage our community engagement for local for grassroots level, or we could just leave. I'll be okay forgive them.
No.
No, wait. No, you don't think 500. You won't collect them. It's in trouble. All right, I make you know to loss. I beg the contact again before we ask the final question.
Okay, our phone number is 070 666 18896. 070 666 18896. Then our email address now ppdc@procurementmonitor.org.
I beg me spell that procurement monitor.
ppdc@procurementmonitor.org. PPDC. Procurement. PROCUREMENT.0RG.
Okay. So the PPDC, because when they call P, go be like say they sound like B. No be B, na P for pencil, D for dog, then C for cat. So once you don't put that procurement.org, right?
Monitor.org.
Monitor.org. Call them again.
PPDC@procurementmonitor.org.
Okay, when I don't hear that, because why would they talk this thing up? Say that they go to different communities, make them know what be their challenges. You tell them the challenges, they tell you how to go about them. They go also train people so that when themselves go to work hand in hand with them, because they set up everywhere they did. So that you be their eye where they will take, they do all this thing. Remember saying that Budeshi 9 day here with us, and also PPDC, they also call their name, and Morgasev also call his own.
BudgIT. My name is Tolu from BudgIT.
Okay, that budget, and I don't hear that. So quickly, right now, before we come to the end of what we carry come, now, what will be the latest thing? What will be which one they on board now? One and one carry on.
So waiting there on board, we say by September 28th. Now that time we they do the ranking every year. So because that day now right to know day, according to Oyibo, where they give every day name.
Yeah.
But September 28th now right to know day. And so that day we always they do the ranking. So which means by 14 days from now, exactly 2 weeks from now, we go do the ranking for this year, this year's event. And so we also they encourage MDAs to come, because that day we always they get response from MDA. We say they will tell you reasons why they don't submit
for
that
office,
response.
Get where now good day.
Oh, we get where we go do them now, where it go happen. It dey open for everybody to attend.
Where?
Yardwa Center.
Okay, this is Yardwa
This is
Center.
Yardwa Center.
Okay.
So on the 28th of September, 10 a.m., make sure you are there.
Today's day now waiting 14. So 28th.
On the 28th
of September.
Yeah,
Make
this
everybody.
month. Just
Okay.
come see how we dey take do am. Who carry first? The ministry will do well. People will not do well. If you interact with them, you get some people who don't the right to things where they never respond to you. You go see their staff where go there in attendance. You go get the opportunity to interact with them further to know why they know they respond to you.
So I got to know now they beg now say make the MDA people then come.
Then go come.
And also the
we don't
community,
send
they beg them make them come.
invitations to them, and now we are also extending the invitation to the general public. If you are interested in what we are doing, or we want to know how the FOI Act they take help people, or how they take get information, you want to speak with some of us physically, just be there on the 28th of September. Maybe before or after the event, you can engage with whoever you want to engage with.
Okay, they said that 28th September for Yaradua Center.
Exactly.
So you get waiting in talks. Maybe you don't define as you go take reach them, or you don't already form community where we say you don't know how you go take find people who go to help you now. They don't already talk say they go there. So you go feel reach the one-on-one or the MD, should be the MDA before I go call them
MDA.
MDA people, they go also meet them so that I go talk and then I go see how they take carry out all these activities.